All right, who is ready for step 2? For step 2, what I want you to do is you've already thought about, and you're just thinking right now, you've already thought about what things your child already likes to eat that fit into his diet. If you choose to do the gluten-free, casein-free, or even if you add soy or eggs or nuts, whatever you're adding, you're already thinking, what can he still have that he already has? So step 2 is to organize a gluten-free, casein-free area in your house. The point of this is twofold. One, it helps you think of what else he might like while you're doing it. So while you're putting all the food there, you might notice, oh, canned fruit. He can still have canned fruit. I'll put it where he can see it. Maybe he'll choose to eat it again. Or beef jerky. He likes beef jerky as a snack. We get it on special grocery trips or whatever. I'll put that in the cupboard too. So anything that he could still have that you think he might eat, you can put in one place. The second reason that it's good is it will help your child to figure out what he or she wants to eat. We decided to put ours right where we'd already put most of his favorite snacks. So ours is here. Look how full that is. And it's mostly that one side. This side over here. This side over here is most of it. And then that side has some that wouldn't fit. So you can see there's lots of food. And what it helps with is, since my son is not very verbal at this point, he can speak, but he generally just doesn't. He chooses not to. We're working on a picture exchange communication system, but that's so new right now that it doesn't help. So this will help him. What I can do is I can lift him up, show him the cupboard. He can poke around in there and see, oh, right here are my kitty critters. Here are my graham cracker animal cookies. I can have those that are gluten-free. So if you've already bought a few gluten-free, casein-free things to try, or if you haven't, put everything that your child could still have in one spot, and then he can get to them. You will know where it is. It'll help you think of more foods as you're going through your pantry and your other cupboards. I'm going to go ahead and do steps 2 and 3 together because they're both pretty easy. So step 3 is to substitute in foods for your child. So, for example, you don't want your kid eating what my kid would have been able to eat, which is eggs for breakfast, and then lunch and dinner would just be random snacks. So he would just be eating some craisins, some Mike and Ike's, and some beef jerky, and some potato chips. It's just not, you want variety in your kid's diet. Even if they're a picky eater, the more foods they eat, the more foods they're likely to try. So you don't want to just say, no more waffles ever. So for my child, one of the first things we did was we switched over breakfast before we switched over anything else. That's the way we decided to do it. Was a little at a time. We heard it cuts down on their crankiness about having their diet switched. So that's what we did. It was pretty smooth. We just had one really bad day, so it wasn't too bad. So, and it wasn't even the first day. It was after a few days, and he was tired of eating his new food. It was one day. No big deal. So, first thing we decided to switch up for him was the waffles. Waffles and pancakes. Waffles and eggs were the only things he liked for breakfast. He used to like pancakes. We'll probably try it again. So, for waffles, I was able to purchase, here is my chest. I was able to purchase gluten-free pancake mix by Bob's Red Mill at the regular grocery store. It was just with the flour and with the area that has all those different grains that you never buy because they're really expensive. But this is about $3.50, I'd say. And I use a third of it each time, and it's easy to mix up. It's just this stuff and some oil and an egg and some water, and that's it. And then you add in whatever you want. So if you want to make them blueberry, or if you want to make them chocolate chip, if you have some casein-free chocolate chips, you can do that. So I tried that the first time. I made a whole bunch because you can't just make a little tiny bit. Set in one and then put the rest in my freezer in Ziplocs. It didn't go over very well. He doesn't like them. But a toddler, including your standard issue toddler, not your toddler with sensory problems or autism or ADHD or whatever you're treating, will take 10 tries of a food before they decide to eat it. So then we went to the health food store and we found these. They're gluten-free, they're casein-free. These have no eggs in them even. I mean, they're, for most dietary concerns, will work. And they had different flavors. These are buckwheat berry, there's the regular flavor, and there's blueberry. My son has had them twice and is still not 100%. He's not eating them yet. He'll taste them or poke them, but that's about it. But it's an option. And if you expose your child to more options, some of them will work. And I'll get to one that worked. Another thing that we tried, didn't really work, was making our own chicken nuggets. I talked about that on another video. I cut chicken thighs crosswise into nugget shapes. And then I did egg wash and then a breading with some spices and brown rice flour. And cooked them in vegetable oil in the oven for a long time until they were cooked through. He has had them a few times, hasn't decided to eat them. He has tried them. He'll take like a bite. But it's a step. One thing that we substituted that did work, and I need to hurry because the baby is getting cranky, is gluten-free pasta with sauce. The best way that these substitutions have worked for me is he doesn't get them for a long time, and then I give him the substitution. So he didn't get to have pasta for a while, and then I gave him some, which made him happy, and he ate it. So that's a good tip for when you're trying to get your child to try new things. Give it a break, and then have him try the new one. Or if you've tried it before for a couple days in a row to get him used to it, and he hasn't been interested after like 3 or 4 days, take it away for 2 or 3 days and try again. So we found quinoa pasta, rice pasta. He likes the kind in the box that's in the shapes so far. He really likes those with just tomato sauce. And that's fine for him to have. And it was an easy substitution. I don't think he even knows we subbed. He's not keen on the spaghetti because it has a weirder texture than the shaped pasta. But we'll try it again. So those are my suggestions for steps 2 and steps 3. Step 2. Put all of the things that could fit into the new diet you're trying in one spot. It'll help you think of more things and help your child find what they can have. Step 3 is to substitute. Make gluten-free, casein-free solutions for foods that he already likes.